In the distant 25th century, Earth faced an unprecedented natural crisis, rendering it uninhabitable for humans. Reluctantly, humanity moved to space cities. Despite relocating to space, living conditions remained harsh. Poor sanitation led to countless illnesses, until one day, Interstellar launched the Interstellar Migration Program, where a select number of lucky people were chosen to go and live in Planet Ria. There is plenty of produce there and food and clothing. Laura, who wasn't selected, longed to reunite with her sister, apply to work on a freighter to get money to emigrate to Planet Ria. Soon, Laura joined the crew. Their mission was to transport materials to Space Station 42. Shortly after departure, the cargo ship left the space city, and the crew entered hibernation pods. The round trip would take 8 years, so aside from one person on duty, the others would sleep in nutrient baths. 3 years passed quickly, and Laura had been on duty for 6 months. Her daily routine involved recording equipment data and sharing life updates with her sister via video. They were nearing the space station. Everything was going smoothly until one day the ship encountered an anomaly, followed by eerie knocking sounds from outside the cabin. They are all dormant at the moment, and it is unlikely that anyone else will show up. Feeling uneasy, Laura went to check it out and quickly confirmed the sounds were coming from the cargo hold. Despite the door being locked, she saw a shadowy figure inside. Scaring her into fleeing, she ran into Decker, who was supposed to be in hibernation. Decker explained that the security system woke him up when the cargo hold door was opened. Laura told Decker about her discovery, but he thought it unnecessary to alarm everyone and planned to investigate with her. However, Laura insisted on informing LaCroix. LaCroix, still upset about being awakened, opened the cargo hold door and saw protective suits scattered everywhere. Realizing the seriousness, he entered a command into the computer and found the cargo hold door had been opened multiple times during hibernation. To determine whether it was human or a system malfunction, they donned gear to investigate. The eerie knocking continued, echoing around them. The three cautiously crossed the bridge into the cargo hold. To expedite the inspection, LaCroix suggested splitting up. Shortly after, LaCroix suddenly fell from a height behind Laura. The others rushed to help, but LaCroix was barely alive. The hatch door began its closing sequence. To avoid being trapped, Decker hoisted LaCroix and ran toward the exit. Fortunately, a steel plate delayed the door's closure, allowing them to escape. Though Laura tried her best to save him, LaCroix wasn't as lucky. With no other option, they decided to wake the rest of the crew. The Anna, now informed, she took LaCroix's place and tasked the engineer with fixing the hatch and sealing the cargo hold. Meanwhile, Laura was assigned to investigate the cause of LaCroix's death. As Laura scanned the body, she unexpectedly discovered a mysterious object in LaCroix's left eye. Laura rushes to remove it, and discovers that it's a recorder, which just happens to contain a record of what happened to LaCroix before he died. While it didn't reveal the killer, it did show that the cargo hold contained biochemical substances, meaning they weren't transporting building materials at all. To uncover the truth, Laura and Decker headed to the cargo hold. Navigating through tangled pipes, they found hibernation pods, scraping away the frost to reveal living humans inside. When they looked up, however, they found the same dormant pods covering the entire space. With only 2 months left until their destination, the ship began experiencing bizarre events. The cargo hold, which was originally filled with construction materials, was actually found to contain a large number of dormant humans. The crew began to investigate, but then the system activated, causing the cargo to autosort. Scared, Laura froze in place. As she realized what was happening, the moving cargo pushed her toward a deep abyss. Fortunately, the machinery stopped just in time, and Laura clung to a ladder. Scrambling upward, Decker arrived in time to rescue her. With a scare, the group returned to the medical room. When the Anna, she who had received the news, rushed over and immediately told everyone to return the dormant container to the cargo bay, stating that what was transported was a matter for the freight company. However, Decker suspected these pods were related to LaCroix's death. Reluctantly, the Anna left. Laura and Decker then opened one of the pods, finding a young girl inside. A scan revealed a virtual reality connector implanted in her, which seemed to have been active for a long time. Decker suggested connecting the device to the external system to view the recordings, but Laura refused, fearing it would harm the girl. With growing doubts, Laura confided in her sister, soon receiving a response that deepened her confusion. Given the vast distance to Planet Ria, the quick reply was impossible. She also began to question why Decker was so familiar with the virtual pathways, wondering what secrets he was hiding. Before Decker could answer, the Anna summoned everyone. She had discovered that Decker had awakened multiple times during hibernation and suspected him of LaCroix's murder, ordering Decker's immediate arrest. To prevent further harm, the Anna decided to force Decker into hibernation, but first, Laura had to treat Decker's wound to prevent contamination of the cryofluid. At this moment, Decker chose to reveal the secret to Laura. The ship's true destination was not Space Station 42. Shortly after, Decker was taken to the cryochamber and forcibly put into hibernation. At this point, Laura, who is full of doubts, approaches Miyuki to check the destination of the freighter, and the inspection reveals the truth. The freighter is heading to Planet Ria, which proves the reason why her sister's reply speeds up. At the same time, Miyuki discovers that the cargo ship's destination cannot be changed, which means that Anna already knows the purpose of the trip. At this moment, the mechanic delivered startling news. Decker, who was in hibernation, had mysteriously disappeared. It was determined that his hibernation pod had been opened from the outside, meaning someone must have helped him escape. Anna immediately ordered a search of the cargo ship. Soon after, Laura and another crew member discovered an open ventilation duct. The mechanic decided to block one end while Laura crawled through the duct. She quickly found a space filled with trash, suggesting that Decker's accomplice had been living there for some time. Suddenly, someone attacked Laura from behind, but a hidden gunshot killed the mysterious attacker. Laura, assuming her companion had saved her, began to search the attacker's belongings, hoping to find a clue. In the photos, she discovered he was a rebel named Bruckner. However, the subsequent images left Laura stunned. It turned out that Decker and Bruckner had conducted planting experiments on Earth, proving that the planet was now suitable for growing plants. But why was the interstellar company hiding this information? The mechanic suddenly appeared, announcing that Decker had been captured. Ignoring Anna's questioning, he stared at Laura and began to reveal the truth. The human migration plan was a lie. The interstellar company placed humans in hibernation pods, using their neural activity to support a virtual world, all for high profits. Bruckner had gone mad because of this, forcing Decker to kill him. Laura began to believe Decker's story. Just as she was about to draw her gun to retaliate, Anna acted first, realizing that the migration plan had been exposed. Anna confessed everything. When they initially tried to terraform Planet Ria, a severe failure occurred, forcing them to deceive the public with a simulated world. However, interstellar migration remained humanity's hope. Two repairmen overheard this and immediately restrained Anna, putting her into hibernation. To expose the truth, Decker decided that once they reached Planet Ria, Laura would enter the virtual world to send a revealing video to Earth, while he would rescue Laura's sister and destroy the communication device, cutting off the virtual world from the outside. Next, they were to carry out a rescue mission as planned. A cargo ship arrived at Planet Ria and successfully docked with the station. Next, they delayed the unloading to half an hour in order to complete the plan. The duo hurriedly donned their equipment and prepared to exit the module. Just then, the girl they had rescued awoke, forcing Laura to take her to the rest area, leaving Decker to go outside alone. Navigating through the cargo, he found the antenna module of the space station and installed a preset timer. Then, as planned, we went to the cargo hold to look for Laura's sister's dormant locker. Brushing away the frost, he found that her body functions had deteriorated too much to survive in the external environment. Laura, preparing to exit the ship, experienced a malfunction with her thruster, sending her uncontrollably into space. Hearing her call for help, Decker quickly pursued and caught her just before she drifted away from the space station. He brought Laura to the module connecting to the virtual world and told her about her sister's condition. Heartbroken, Laura decided to enter the virtual world to see her sister one last time. As Decker reset the timeline, Laura realized the ship had started unloading. The two repairmen, desiring the virtual world, had used Anna's keycard to sneak into the cargo hold, changing the unloading time to prevent Decker from stopping them. Unbeknownst to them, their actions reawakened Anna. With only 7 minutes left before the ship's departure, Laura quickly connected to the virtual world. The virtual world was indeed bright and beautiful, with birds singing and flowers blooming. Everything felt so real. Time was short, so Laura didn't linger, followed the memory and quickly found my sister's residence. Seeing her sister, still young and beautiful and living a happy life, Laura held back the urge to reveal the truth, sorrowfully bidding her farewell. She then sent the message to Earth, exposing the migration lie. Meanwhile, as Laura fell into a coma, Decker secretly handed her his fuel cell. When Laura regained consciousness, Decker urged her to return to the ship. Before she could react, the ship's engines ignited, the force pushing them into space. To ensure Laura's survival, Decker let go and drifted towards Planet Ria. The ship detached from the space station, and Laura, holding back her grief, managed to reach the cargo ship. The antenna in the virtual world was destroyed. Everything is about to calm down, but Laura encountered the awakened Anna. A fierce struggle ensued. During the fight, Laura grabbed a leaking oxygen tank, forcing Anna into the cargo hold and sealing the door. At Anna's desperate cries, Laura activates the release mechanism and the pod is instantly sucked into space. Decades later, Earth received the video Laura had sent. The lies were finally exposed, reigniting humanity's hope to return to Earth and rebuild their home.